Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place. We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations. You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be opened on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room, Saturday, May 9th here. Chinmay and Rob with you on this 9 a.m. show. You may be wondering, who won those helmets sitting in the middle of this table? One is Patrick Mahomes, one is Tom Brady on a custom Mother's Day Speed Flex. We're going to call it the Mother's Day Speed Flex. It can also be called the Breast Cancer Awareness Month Speed Flex if you want. But that we'll probably do a different Speed Flex for that in October once we get to that point. No one has won these yet.
Correct.
And you cannot win these from a break. You have to win them after the break because they are prizes at the end of the breaks. And we will go through exactly which breaks they are in so that you can get yourself some entries and win some great memorabilia in the process of doing so to get Mahomes and Tom Brady on those custom Speed Flexes. Now, we got a great show for you. Got a couple great new series, a new Weekend Warrior ahead of Mother's Day tomorrow. Hope you guys either have some plans or will start making some plans soon. Clock is ticking on those plans if you haven't made any yet. But a Weekend Warrior is loaded. The Lottery Series still has a couple Speed Flexes in there. The Multisport still has some Speed Flexes in there as well. So plenty of great stuff across the board. Let's start off this show, though, by setting things up with our dice roll, and then we will get to our chase wheel spin as well. So it looks like the boys at midnight rolled a 6. I've been going with 9 for all of 2026. I'm going to keep rolling with 9. Rob, what are you thinking this morning?
I'll rock 12 this morning for you guys. Let's get 12.
Rob is feeling a lot of clicks, and it is 12.
A lot of clicks. Oh, look at that.
It is 12.
Okay, starting off on a hot note. Hopefully a good sign of things to come. And hopefully everybody's enjoying their pre-Mother's Day festivities. Like Chinmay said, you don't want to wait till that 24th hour. You don't need to have any angry mamas out there. But what I will say, though, is that you can never not get a belated Mother's Day gift. No gift can ever be too late for any mother, sister, whoever it might be out there for this upcoming weekend. So again, Mother's Day series. I'm really excited to talk about this today.
Yeah, so we'll go with the chase wheel spin here, and the Weekend Warrior will be part of the chase.
Oh, it makes sense.
But there are 2 helmets on the table, and so it only makes sense that we have 2 wheel spin opportunities. So I'm going to spin this again to see what other series we can add to our chase. And it'll be the Diamonds. Okay, so it'll be the Diamonds and the Weekend Warrior.
Nice.
Those will be our two chases, separate chases. So every Weekend Warrior break that closes and every Diamond break that closes, we will have those names put together at the end of the show, randomized up, and we will do a top spot draw for a 1 to 100 gift card for any of those breaks. So if we do one Weekend Warrior and one Diamond, everyone in the Weekend Warrior will have their own wheel spin. Everyone in the Diamond will have their own wheel spin. Let's check out this Mother's Day Weekend Warrior series. And we obviously talked about that Tom Brady that you see sitting on the table. Here's a close-up spin look at it. And obviously it's got some excellent customization on there. But the series as a whole, pretty loaded. We got a James Cook Speed Flex with some Mother's Day vibes as well. But pretty loaded across the board. TJ Watt, Kurt Warner, Derrick Henry, Joe Montana, Jordan Love on that. Rob, you said those were the rivalry helmets that the Packers are wearing?
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Dan Marino, James Cook, Terrell Davis, Jamar Chase, Roger Staubach, Julio Jones, Rob Gronkowski, and then our secondary headliners. This is interesting because we have not seen Travion Henderson in the room a ton. But Travion Henderson, part of this Mother's Day special. Trey McBride, one of Rob's favorite players in the league, and one of my old school favorites, Donald Driver.
Yeah, there you go.
In there as a secondary headliner as well. Now, the cool thing about this series, in addition to all the great helmets that are available in the headliners section, if you receive it says replica helmet, I don't know how true that'll be. More than likely, they will be reps for the non-headliners. But in addition to the replica helmet, you will get a gift card entry for the Tom, or you will get a entry for the Tom Brady drawing, and those will only be the non-headliner reps. So, or I guess a secondary headliner could be a rep. It's possible.
Yeah.
But basically, we'll know if you have a Brady entry, and then in addition to that, you get a gift card, and these gift cards are not UA store credit. Actually, these are gift cards to stores, restaurants, and more. So, like, I don't know, maybe Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, no, I was
Portillo's.
Yeah, Portillo's. Yeah, if you want to get local, I mean, a little any steakhouse type of action. Probably the most popular, I would say, restaurant chain would be a litany of steakhouses that go on for Mother's Day. Now, the cool thing is that obviously by the time that you win any of our, whoever ends up winning some of our breaks today, it's going to be a little hard to expedite that out in time for tomorrow. So the cool thing is that, you know, you could say that you ended up using this, I don't know, for maybe Father's Day come July, but you actually won the gift card in a Mother's Day series.
You have to give the helmet to your mom though, and then the gift card can be used
to Pops.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe Target is on there. I don't know.
Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know the list of stores.
And
we'll find out.
I was going to say,
hopefully
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I don't know about you, but this is the first series that I've seen since being here at UA that I'm seeing a gift card that is not UA related be put into a series, which is very exciting.
It's a gift from us to you that you don't have to spend with us.
Literally. But yeah, man.
But taking a look here, Jamar Chase. We're getting a lot of good Jamar Chase action lately. Tom Brady, James Cook on the custom speed flex. James Cook had another brilliant season. I believe he had the record for total touchdowns. I don't know if he had the record for rushing touchdowns. But James Cook, another prominent player. Rob Gronkowski on the custom speed flex. We're seeing a lot of these three-tone, sort of like triple shell customs as well now. And then Joe Montana on that 49ers custom with, it looks like it has Joe written on the top of it. It does. So if your name is Joe, you can pawn this off as potentially your own. A lot of San Francisco logos on there as well. Some action early in the chat. Derek saying good morning, Shinmei and Rob. Good morning, Derek. Dalton saying hello.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going this morning? We'll talk about this lottery series. That's where you can get the Mahomes the Mahomes is on this side of the table. Now, I got to address this because I saw this series up last night, and I was hoping that the LaDainian Tomlinson custom speed flex would still be around. And so I was watching the show for a little bit. And the 5 minutes that I was watching the show, the LaDainian Tomlinson custom speed flex gets pulled. So unfortunately, LaDainian Tomlinson is not available in this series anymore. But Bijan Robinson is still available in this lottery series on the custom speed flex. Bijan Robinson expected to be, again, one of the most productive running backs in the NFL this upcoming season for the Falcons. Lawrence Taylor still available on the speed flex. And you can actually quad up in this break. You got the two Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott and George Pickens. You got Javonte Williams as a secondary headliner, who I'm guessing will be on a Cowboy. I don't think we carry him on Broncos anymore. And then you got Lawrence Taylor on the speed flex. So you get three Cowboys and a Giant that NFC East with a quad up among the headliners. That is, if you don't get the headliners, or you get a replica helmet. I shouldn't say non-headliners because the Zay Flowers and Javonte could be reps. It's possible in the secondary. Manuel saying that LT is coming home to me. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I was going to say, well, that was cool of you to witness Ryan's big-time dub last night.
Yeah,
but
I saw it.
At least in some ways,
It's
you got to...
Bittersweet.
You got to appreciate the custom from afar.
I saw the helmet pull.
Yeah.
I saw it appear on the table. I just wasn't the one pulling it. There's a lottery ball drawing for all the replica helmets that are pulled in this series, and as proof of it, I have the famed hopper here.
The hopper.
So I want to be able to spin this thing. So please buy into the lottery series so I can spin this and get you a lottery ball. The lottery balls are up to $350.
It's crazy, yeah.
Of store credit. And as I look on my sheet here, I see that the $350 is still available. The $350 lottery ball is still available in that lottery ball store credit. So let's hypothetically say you get a spot in the double. Mm-hmm. You get two items. You get a rep and then a headliner. The rep would get you an entry into the Mahomes drawing sweepstakes. You pull a lottery ball. I could pull the 350. There's not that many ping pong balls here still. You're essentially making up your break spot, and you're getting a shot at Mahomes and a headliner item. Very possible in that double break in that lottery series.
No, man, no doubt about it. And
John Tutchin saying good morning. John, good morning to you.
It's so funny. The guy that I was actually going to actually name drop, John, no BS, man. It's almost like we had this scripted. I was going to mention the first double we actually did yesterday, Chinmay, was part of a John Touchton winner. He actually ended up getting a Pac-Man Jones replica.
Wow.
And then, of course, he was the first person to step up and spin the hopper. I was honored enough to spin for him, and it was $250, man. $250 on the dot.
He said he still hasn't received the store.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll check your account then.
That, yeah.
So there you go, right on cue. So we'll I'll go back and check that for you, John. Thanks for the heads up, dude.
Yeah, we'll double check that.
Good morning to everybody, and Derek, to answer your question real quick, I've never tried Logan's. I don't know if you ever have. But I'm a big Texas Steakhouse type of guy, Texas Longhorn Steakhouse. But I'm much more of an Outback guy. Outback is where I kind of lead. Outback is simple for me, and I can never say no to a bloomin' onion, no matter what mood it might be.
The bloomin' onion is has its own lore. I will say, Texas Roadhouse. The cinnamon butter that they give.
Pretty damn good.
That's addicting.
Yeah.
That's very tough to pass up on. The other Chase Wheelspin, though, is the Diamond Series. And so we'll talk about the Diamond Series here real quick. 20 boxes left. All authentics are better. So everything in the Diamonds, even if it's not a headliner, will be at least an authentic helmet. Best bang for your buck in terms of price point. 3 to go in that single for the Diamonds. So certainly could have a Diamond wheel spin headed our way soon. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Bo Nix. The Speed Flex is still available in this series. Justin Jefferson on the Speed Flex also available. You could double up with Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson. Rob Gronkowski on the authentic, TJ Watt on the authentic, James Cook on the authentic. You double up with Rob Gronkowski and James Cook.
Yeah.
So a couple double up opportunities there for you in the Diamond Series. George Pickens, Chris Olave, and Warren Sapp, secondary headliners. Have not seen a lot of Chris Olave in the room. And Chris Olave could be in line for a big season with the New Orleans Saints. They're loading up on their offense. So they got Jordan Tyson in the draft to add to their receiver group. And Tyler Shuck looked pretty good down the stretch of the 2025 season. So maybe big things are cooking there for Kellen Moore, Chris Olave, and the New Orleans Saints in 2026.
Yeah, I think we can kind of see, especially from what we saw from the ineptitude, I think is the nicest way I can put that, from the Philadelphia Eagles offense last year.
Yeah.
With Kevin Patullo, the one and done OC of the Eagles last year. You could clearly see the mark that Kellen Moore had. And I think, like you said, exciting times are around the corner, back down by the Bayou again. It's been a couple of years since Saints fans have been able to see some good football down there in the Dome.
Absolutely. And they loaded up offensively. They went all in, Travis Etienne in free agency. They still have Alvin Kamara.
It's a great pickup.
So they could still deploy both those running backs. Obviously, Chris Olave, Jordan Tyson. So they got some playmakers down there in New Orleans.
I'm a big Juwan Johnson guy.
Yeah, Juwan Johnson, very solid tight end.
Really good red zone target for Tyler Shuck last year. So interesting, though, because, you had somebody in Spencer Rattler who I think played a little bit better than the box score may have interpreted. So I think a lot of people were initially surprised. But, again, I got to give them a lot of credit. They had the cojones to see what their 25-year-old rookie ended up looking like last year. And he looked anything but a rookie.
Yeah, he definitely struggled in the first few games.
For sure.
We'll definitely concede that. And once the schedule lightened up a little bit, you could see him having more success. But as the season went on, he definitely did have more success. I do want to highlight one thing.
Yeah.
That is not part of the chases. It's not in the Weekend Warrior, not in the Diamond, but it is a practice squad. A.J. Brown Speed Flex still available in this practice squad. And we can talk about the Diamonds being the best value overall. $56 for the chance at a Speed Flex is not going to happen in pretty much any other series at UA.
It won't.
It is only in the practice squad.
Confirmed.
That you will have that type of price point.
Yeah.
And who knows where A.J. Brown will end up here. We're a month away, basically, from the A.J. Brown trade happening. Adam Schefter basically said that A.J. Brown will be moved post-July, June, or post-June 1. That'll basically be when the move ends up happening. The Jamar Chase LSU custom jersey is still available. And I'm a big college sports fan, and the college series that we do at Ultimate Autographs is my favorite. Always is, always will be. The reason I highlight Jamar Chase at LSU is because you look at some of these other players, right? Like A.J. Brown, I just mentioned. This A.J. Brown Eagles helmet on the Speed Flex, A.J. Brown's probably going to get traded.
Yeah.
That Eagles helmet, it's going to be unique, but A.J. Brown is probably not going to be an Eagle. Jamar Chase will always be an LSU Tiger. No matter what professional team he plays for, we will always remember Jamar Chase as the number one receiver on the LSU team.
Damn right.
That set all kinds of records and won the national championship.
Yeah, the 2019 Tigers.
And that's not going to change with any type of trade or any, the NCAA can try to go back and erase the record books if they want to. We've all seen it. We all remember it.
Yeah.
So that's why I highlight the college stuff, because it truly is the timeless stuff. That's the timeless stuff. All these pro memorabilia, it's great. But guys can get traded, guys can get moved. We see it even with the Brady helmet. Brady's on the Bucs. He's retired. We know Brady more so from the Patriots, but he ended up being with the Bucs late in his career.
Yeah. And speaking of, again, you could see a litany of great and a variety of great different items that we got here for you guys at UA. I agree with Chinmay for sure. I think that anytime you can actually see the, I don't want to say the rareness because it happens more often than you think, but adding a collegian piece of memorabilia in a pro series, we do sprinkle that in from time to time, but we don't do it a whole often. The practice squad, as I like to call it, the buffet of UA, because you get a variety of truly everything. Again, even somebody like Tetero and McMillan, who you and I have seen on a 16x20 photo before, but not necessarily somebody that we've seen on an autographed football. But just going back on that A.J. Brown speed flex, because while you were talking about Jamar's day at LSU, it reminded me of, like you said, A.J. Brown's days might be numbered again in just the next couple of weeks here. So I wanted to look up and see what the current value for him is on a Philadelphia Eagles speed
it'll
flex.
be pretty good, because I think A.J. Brown, even though he had an up and down season, probably his most inconsistent season in Philly, I still believe he crossed the 1,000-yard mark. And that's, I think, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons for A.J. Brown. And didn't hit double-digit touchdowns, but I want to say he came close, like 8 or 9 touchdowns. So he had a huge second half of the season for sure.
No, I mean, whatever team that he gets
and
moved to.
And he's Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, there's only a handful of teams where he is not going to be the defined number one wide receiver in that offense. So especially a team like New England, who was in dire need of skill position players last year. Drake May still pumped out nearly an MVP caliber season last year, getting him a bona fide number one. We'll see what that does for him potentially. We'll see when that transaction goes through come June. So anyways, I was looking this up in Radkey Sports. Really good basis of comparison if you ever win any memorabilia here. I always like to refer Fanatics, Radkey, some facets of eBay. Because everything in Ultimate Autographs, as most of you know, is authenticated. You never have to worry about the process. For example, on the back of these Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes customs, we have 2 Beckett certifications, just like this A.J. Brown. So Chinmay, without the visor, a standard A.J. Brown Speed Flex is going for about $1,100.
Okay.
So you add the Speed Flex, probably going to add about another 100 or 2 in terms of value. So I would safely gauge this between $1,100 and $1,200. And you can, again, dude,
get it for $56.
$56 is insane.
And that's
crazy, bro.
That's not going to happen in any other series.
Yeah.
We can talk about the overall value. And again, in the practice squad, there's only 7 boxes left.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a ton of boxes left here for AJ to be hiding out in. And 4 to go in that quad. Now, you can't quad up in terms of the headliners. You could potentially get... you could do Jamar Chase and Jamal Lewis.
In the AFC North.
In the AFC North. That could be a double up. So a double up could still happen among the headliners if you include Jamal Lewis, that listed headliner, in that quad.
Yeah, and look, I'm a guy we're down to 7 boxes left, right? Of course, just from it, naturally doing math, 7 minus 4 here, you're talking about basically buying out more than half of the rest of the series. And that's why I would want to invest in something like that A.J. Brown for that quad. Again, guys, for 4 spots to go on that 224 price point. If you go by market value, which I said will probably be in the ballpark of 11 to 1,200, all you need is 1 out of those 4 boxes to bounce your way in the NFC East. And you're talking about making 5 to 6 times the money back on just 1 quad spot. And that's not even including other potential.
Well, I would venture to guess that the Jamar Chase jersey is probably worth more than the 224 price point as well.
Yeah, for it being an LSU custom.
I think that'll definitely be worth more. So at least 2 of the headliners are definitely worth more. As we talk about the Weekend Warrior, the Mother's Day Weekend Warrior, because that'll probably be the focus of much of this show and tomorrow's show. We'll see if it even lasts until tomorrow. Potential double up opportunities there among the headliners. So we're only looking at the headliners right now. Yeah. Obviously, the hidden gems possibly could have some opportunities to double up too. But only among the headliners, I see a few that immediately jump out. Jamar Chase and TJ Watt. That's a double up right there. You can also get Derrick Henry in there in the AFC North. In the AFC East, Dan Marino and James Cook and Rob Gronkowski. 3 helmets there. NFC West. NFC West. Kurt Warner and Trey McBride. Kurt Warner also played for the Cardinals at one point. But Kurt Warner, Trey McBride, Kurt Warner, Joe Montana could also be part of that NFC West. Travion Henderson would be an AFC East hit as well. You could quad up in the AFC East with the listed headliners. Donald Driver and Jordan Love, get a couple Packers in there. Maybe slide one of those my way. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I'm sure there's other NFC North stuff floating around. Even if you don't get both of those Packers. Surprisingly, only 1 Cowboy in the photoed headliners. Roger Staubach is the only Cowboy in the photoed headliners, and I don't see another NFC East hit in the headliners. So the NFC East must be loaded in the hidden gems.
Yeah.
There must be a ton of Eagles and Cowboys floating around in the hidden gems. And same thing with the NFC South. I only see Julio Jones on the Speed Flex in the headliners. I don't see any others. But again, potential triple ups in the AFC North, quad up possibility in the AFC East, and a double up in the NFC North, as well as the NFC West could potentially triple up in the NFC West. So plenty of opportunities there in that Mother's Day Weekend Warrior. We're 3 to go in that double box in the Weekend Warrior for that Mother's Day series. 5 to go in that lottery quad. Again, the lottery is when you can get entries for the Patrick Mahomes. The Mother's Day Weekend Warrior is where you can get entries for the Tom Brady custom. Those are not available through the breaks. So we will not be giving those out by opening them out of a box. They're already open out here. That we're showing you that these are the prizes that you get at the end of the breaks. Again, the more spots you have in those drawings, the more entries you have for the drawings for those two, the more chances you have at winning that. And I believe those will be given out once the series close. Now, the Weekend Warrior is a weekend exclusive, so it's possible that will be given out either tonight or tomorrow night, depending on how quickly that series moves. The lottery series, we can give it out as soon as 14 boxes are done. You can give it out as soon as the end of this show if things really pick up there in that lottery. I believe there are only 6 entries so far that have been won in the Mahomes.
Yeah.
So still plenty of entries out there for Patrick Mahomes in that lottery series. So where are we headed to, folks, on this Monday morning? We are 4 to go in the jersey single, 4 to go in the practice squad quad box, 3 to go in that diamond single, 5 to go in that lottery quad, and 3 to go in that Weekend Warrior. Again, Weekend Warrior and diamond, both part of the Chase wheel spin. So we will do separate spins for the diamond and the diamond and the Weekend Warrior. Separate Chase wheel spins for the diamond and the Weekend Warrior. So where are we headed to, folks, on this Saturday morning? Where are we going to go?
Well, I can tell you this, that Weekend Warrior ain't going to be here Monday morning. I'll tell you that right now.
We know that for a fact.
We're really hoping that it doesn't make it see itself as a Sunday morning. Now, look, I would be a little sad to open up with you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and not see a Weekend Warrior. But in this instance, with how great the series is, just talking about a couple different entries real quick, because like you mentioned, we do have now for that lottery series. I want to just check here. So there's not a designed amount of entries, but however many balls that are left in the lottery hopper will obviously determine how many are left. Again, we still have the highest dollar amount of the $350 UA gift card.
Yeah.
That'll go your guys' direction in terms of store credit. So still, from what I got over here, I got 8 entries over here on this side.
Oh, you have 8. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because there are 7 balls left in the lottery.
1-5 for Mahomes.
So 15.
So there you go.
15 entries make sense as Patrick Mahomes is 15. I'll show off this helmet real quick because there's some nice stuff on the back of this.
Yeah.
So obviously you got the Patrick Mahomes primary, I guess his primary Adidas logo.
Yeah,
is what's on the front on the sweet spot of the Speed Flex. He's signed on the side there, but on the back here, this is pretty cool. He's got his apparel company's logo. You got a nice U.S. flag there. Nice patriotism on display. Mahomes and the NFL logo all on there with 15 on the back. Pretty good customization on the all-white Chiefs Speed Flex there. Now, Mahomes is probably not going to start the 2026 season because of the ACL injury that he suffered late in 2025. But given that he's a quarterback, and quarterbacks probably don't need as much of a lengthy rehab as some of the other players that we've seen come back, like Adrian Peterson. And Adrian Peterson is probably, again, not the best example of this. He came back much quicker than we all thought. I expect to see Mahomes at some point early in the 2026 season maybe week 3, week 4. Schedule hasn't been released yet, so it'll probably be a home game. Whatever their home game is, week 3 or 4, that'll probably be where we see Mahomes. But the Chiefs, Travis Kelce's coming back, Xavier Worthy, another year under his belt. Rashee Rice hopefully can stay out of trouble. The Chiefs probably are hoping to get back to some of that aerial attack with Patrick Mahomes.
Definitely.
They signed Kenneth Walker. You know how explosive Kenneth Walker can be in the passing game.
Yeah.
Mahomes could have another MVP season coming his way, coming off of that injury. If he stays healthy and the Chiefs make the playoffs, he's pretty much a lock for comeback player of the year.
Yeah, no, I think that there's a great candidacy and case for him there. It's going to be really interesting to see how Kansas City ends up rehabbing Mahomes, because just taking a look at a report from just a couple of days ago, they're expecting Patrick to participate in OTAs starting the end of this month.
Okay.
So they're so clearly, I think it's one of those things for.
So he's on track.
Yeah, so he's on track to be coming back very early in the year. And again, I always like to say Vegas knows more than the average person does, because they have to. And if you look at projections for future MVP odds in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes is towards the top. I think he's 3rd or 4th in MVP odds. So that
might even be 1 or 2 missed games.
Exactly. Yeah. That could tell me that he's going to be back a lot sooner rather than later. And let's say he's gone, let's just say on the safe side, the first month of the season.
Okay.
Again, the addition of Kenneth Walker and
huge.
the ability for the Chiefs for the first time, maybe ever, in the Mahomes era, where you can lean heavily on a run game. And again, you got a guy like Justin Fields who, despite his limitations as a passing quarterback, he has clearly been able to show that he can thrive if he has an offensive line that he can, again, he works in chaos. Maybe Andy Reid can get very creative, run a lot of RPOs between him and Walker. And again, they got a good gadget player as well, and Xavier Worthy, and even Rashee Rice, who has excellent speed on the outside. I think they'll be fine until Mahomes comes back. So
I don't think there will be any issues for them. The main issue probably is the fact that their division is tough, with the Broncos and the Chargers sitting there, and the Raiders looking decent with some of the free agent additions that they have, and as well as Fernando Mendoza. They just probably don't have a ton of margin for error in terms of getting up in those division standings, because the Broncos are coming off a number 1 seed year and they added Jalen Waddle, and the Chargers are trying to make the playoffs again and got Mike McDaniel as their OC. Maybe some more explosives and some more opportunities for Justin Herbert to air the ball out after the Chargers were more of a running team the past few seasons.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And then even another improving team inside of the division as well, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, understandably so, you got to proceed with caution with the Raiders. You've basically had to do that with them this entire century, more or less. Proceeding with caution and expectations. Sorry to my Raiders fans out there, but fortunately you guys feel that pain. But a lot of shining optimism. Fernando Mendoza. They put a lot of money not only into the defense, but improving the offensive line as well. We've talked about, ironically, Tyler Linderbaum is one of, if not the most impactful free agent acquisitions on paper this spring so far. And again, we'll see how competitive that AFC West is. I still lean Denver to kind of be the favorite coming out of that division.
Sure, and Denver will be the favorite.
So, as they should be with their defense to a fault, should be able to carry them throughout a large part of the regular season. So, what's going on, John?
John saying off to work. Have a good one, John. Enjoy work.
Yeah,
if it is enjoyable, or simply get through it.
Hopefully, you enjoy it as much as we enjoy it over here.
Bob, I know I'm missing the cricket this morning. I've stopped paying attention to the cricket for a long time. My guys are out of it. My Mumbai team is out of it. So I've stopped paying attention to the cricket. But it's nice to see that Jim Nantz is calling the match.
Yeah, Jim Nantz and Ian Eagle.
Jim Nantz coming in there. Ian is
royalty. Ian
has taken the fastest flight in history. He was calling the Knicks game last night, right? So he was in Philly last night, and somehow ended up in India in a span of 10 hours. Ready to call a match, too. Yeah. Impressive stuff. That's what I want to know from Ian Eagle, how he did that.
Oh, I was going to say, well, that flight, he had a lot of time to study on that flight. I'm telling you, there wasn't a whole lot of sleeping going on. There's a whole lot of note-taking. So from one broadcaster to another there.
I will say we are 2 to go in that Weekend Warrior double box.
And then 1 to go in the quad.
And 1 to go in that lottery quad.
Yeah.
So we could see 4 Mahomes entries, 2 Brady entries. We could see 4 lottery balls come out here. I just want to spin the hopper once.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your arm warmed up in the bullpen over there. So, because I know that we're going to be.
But we should definitely be able to knock out those breaks.
Yeah.
And then we're also 3 to go in that diamond single, which, by the way, the diamonds is part of that chase wheel spin. We are doing multiple wheel spins, like I said, Weekend Warrior and diamond. So if we close out that diamond single, we will have a chase wheel spin in the diamonds as well. I'm guessing we'll close out that Weekend Warrior double, so we should have multiple wheel spins this morning for you guys.
More wheel spins, more fun, as I like to say. And by the way, for you guys that are just possibly stopping in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for the first time today, if you got any questions for Chinmay and I, that is exactly what we are here for. Please do not be shy to ask us anything. And again, if you enjoy the content that you guys currently see, look, as much as we like talking about sports, we can do that all day and night, but the breaking boxes part is why we are all here. This is the one-stop shop for the best break room, for the best memorabilia needs. Like, for example, a guy like, I didn't mention this, but Reggie a couple minutes ago, he actually got a spot in that practice squad quad, and that was after you and I were talking about some of the value for some of the players in there, like Jamar Chase, the A.J. Brown speed flex. Again, I don't know how much Reggie was actually influenced. Maybe it just happened to be coincidence that he had his eye on something in that series. But again, we want to just be able to help you guys understand and realize the absolute potential steals that you can get for some of the bang for the buck in this room. So just alone this week, man, on Thursday, I was producing for Robbie Lopez, doing our afternoon drive show, as we like to call, for the 3 o'clock hour. And we had Ryan Manuel. I think it was Ryan. He actually had, or no, that was Ryan Murray. Ryan Murray ended up getting a Brock Purdy Slate Authentic for like $90, and it's going for $800 to $900. So the value is crazy. So
so just to rehash or kind of put a bow on that, because I did mention the Jamar Chase probably worth more than that $480 price point of the quad. Yeah. Right. The quad is. Oh, sorry, no. That's
$224.
That's for the lottery. Sorry, the practice squad quad is $224. Yeah. The Jamar Chase, I'm seeing a minimum prices of $350 for the jersey, and that's minimum. I'm seeing some $750s in there. Again, those probably come with some frames and some other things going on there, but I'm seeing at least $350. So even if you end up with Jamar out of that quad, you're still more than making up for that spot. Sorry, that lottery was the one that's $488 on the quad. And again, you could get that $350 credit is still available. That lottery ball for the $350 credit is still available in that lottery series. So you could end up with that and make up for a good chunk of that single quad spot that you get. In addition to some of the items that you win, because if you're getting that lottery ball, it means that you have won an item in that break. On the cusp of some breaks closing, Rob and I, both big NBA fans. We talked about some NBA stuff that happened last night. There's more NBA action coming today, more Game 3s. Detroit Pistons and Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 3. Detroit is up 2-0 in that series. Oklahoma City Thunder and Los Angeles Lakers, Game 3 of that series. The Lakers down 2-0. Now, I didn't think the Lakers would get here. They put on an absolute clinic against the Houston Rockets for 3 games, then took a few games off, and then decided to close things out in Game 6. Luka Dončić still not there. I don't expect LA to win this series. In fact, I think Oklahoma City probably sweeps. But that Detroit-Cleveland series, we both thought this was going to be the matchup in the second round. I had Detroit winning. I think you had Cleveland winning.
Yeah, I had Cleveland in 7. Yeah.
Your thoughts through the first few games of that series as your Cavs try to get back into this series at home? They've won every home game in the playoffs so far.
Yeah, just haven't won anything on the road, which is ironic. Yeah. So the true Jekyll and Hyde of the NBA postseason. Welcome to the Cleveland Cavaliers 2026. Well, I went from so have you seen? I'll start off by saying this. Have you seen that viral clip in the past from the Dallas Mavericks post game pregame guy? I think his name is Brian Dasmer. He basically had like a PSA for James Harden when he got traded to the Clippers last year.
Yes.
And he went on that epic rant about James Harden over his whole career. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have that memorized word for word, but if you know what I'm talking about, After watching his performance in
You're
Game
basically
2,
copy and pasting that.
I'm copy and pasting that, and the Cleveland Cavaliers in 7 quickly has changed the Detroit Pistons in 4. And for me,
Wow, okay.
I usually don't believe that a series starts until both teams at least play a home game. But the reason I'm saying that is largely because, and I've watched almost every minute of both of those games, everything is hard for Cleveland offensively. If they are not getting a standout performance from somebody like Sam Merrill or Max Strus that's having a good shooting night, it's very, very hard for their offense to be more dynamic, which is ironic because outside of the inconsistent health of Darius Garland, they, for some reason, thought that acquiring a 36-year-old James Harden, who has proven time and time again, especially as he has gotten older, that consistently good playoff performances are few and far between. James Harden in Game 2, Chinmay, did something that he's done 35 other times in his career. He had more turnovers than field goals made in a playoff game. Over 25% of his career playoff games, he has done that. So for me, basically putting all your chips in the middle of the table, which is what they've done for a guy like James Harden, has severely limited their ceiling because they were so desperate to contend now, and it would at least prove to ownership, hey, we can get out of the East in a year where the East is supposed to be weak.
I think they have one of the most expensive rosters when you factor in
they had the last 2
luxury
years,
tax and aprons and all that stuff.
And part of the reason why they, again, and rightfully so, I think he deserved it, a rookie max contract extension to Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
So he got, and that's going into effect this upcoming season. And he is a guy that is shown in his brief playoff career so far through, I think, 4 total rounds now that he's played between last year and this year. His impact just isn't felt enough out on the court. Yeah. And, I'm going to give some positives a lot to Detroit. Kay Cunningham has been by far and away the best player in this series. Asar Thompson can take down your opposing team's best player any given night. And how about Tobias Harris? A guy that was really put in the
old vet,
the internet memes of a guy that was a significant playoff dropper. Ask 76ers fans about that.
Yeah, he talked some nonsense about crumble cookies and that kind of brought the whole Twitter sphere down on him, and maybe rightfully so. But Tobias Harris has proven that he can still get it done for you. As you know, he's probably the third. He probably realistically on a championship team would be the third option. Maybe the fourth. Like he's been in an interesting spot in his career overall, I would say.
Well, it's a nice.
Cunningham has woken up in this series, especially down the stretch.
That's a nice full circle moment for Tobias, who started his career in Orlando, got traded to Detroit, and then he's found his way around.
Bounced around a bit.
He's the veteran leader of this team, right? And something that you could tell with Detroit. I mean, obviously their system with JB Bickerstaff, who might win Coach of the Year this year, just a phenomenal defensive foundation. But again, you could tell how well respected Tobias is. He feels comfortable there, and again, he's getting to his spots and everything for a team like Detroit, which is ironically the reason why I took Cleveland to win this series, because I thought Cleveland's half-court offense was going to be much more smoother.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to win playoff basketball, I say it all the time, you have to be able to do it with half-court offense. It's Detroit's offense is like much more fluid.
Much more fluid.
Even with the guy like Jalen Duren, who's going to make an All-NBA team this year, has been really a non-factor offensively throughout the first round and now second round of the playoffs. Yeah. So, and that's really saying something too. So
yeah, he's looked the shell of himself for sure in these playoffs. 1 to go, by the way, in that Weekend Warrior double. So we're 1 to go in the Weekend Warrior double, 1 to go in that lottery quad.
6 boxes coming up, hopefully.
Who's going to get those closer spots? Who's going to get some of that closer magic? I know last weekend, 9 a.m., it was all the closers. All the closers got the W's. Yeah. It was pretty much anyone who bought the last spot was getting wins. So that closer magic is real. It might have been a little extreme on the last show, but it does still exist. And let's hopefully give away some great speed flexes and some entries as well for Mahomes and Tom Brady, who are out on the table as prizes in these respective series. Mahomes in the lottery series, Tom Brady in the Weekend Warrior series.
Yeah, 2 different points. I want to get your thoughts, obviously, on the Pistons and Cavs, and then your Los Angeles Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder getting ready to resume that series, sent out Oklahoma City who have not lost a playoff game so far through 6 attempts, looking to move up 3-0 against LA tonight. Real quick on what we got for those 2 series, guys. I am with Chinmay 1,000%. The closer spot is a real thing. Now, one thing I reiterate, if there's anybody tuning in or you're paying attention to the webpage right now and you have a spot already in that Mother's Day double or the lottery quad, look, if not only do you not want to sit around and wait for that one spot to kind of like dangle around and see how long that's going to stay up, but again, just cover your losses, because you never know, that second and final spot that you get could be the one that ends up landing you a double up spot, a triple up spot.
We've seen oftentimes that when you buy, like, we talk about doubling up from one spot, which is great and all.
Yep.
But you buy multiple spots, you can, like, that's a double up there, even if it's not the traditional double up, you can still, you get more spots, more opportunities to get wins, especially in the quad. The quad is one where you really want to be able to have multiple spots, to have multiple shots at some of these headliners, because the only headliners that you can double up on in that lottery quad would be, you could quad up, I guess, in that NFC East. You can quad up with the 3 Cowboys, Dak Prescott, George Pickens, Javonte Williams, and then Lawrence Taylor on the speed flex. So you could quad up with those folks in that lottery series. So that is possible, but that's the only one that's available in the lottery series in terms of the quad up.
Yeah, even that alone, man. I'm still looking at the 7 potential entries for Patrick Mahomes. I'm looking at a Bijan Robinson custom, and even in that potential quad up, by the way, which how cool is that? Especially if you're a Cowboys fan out there. Anybody that that's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it's like the new triplets.
Yeah, I was gonna say the new. I mean, you literally have 3 of the biggest factors in this Cowboys offense. One of the best in the NFL: Prescott, Pickens, and Javonte Williams. Yeah. So that's pretty damn cool, man. So, but yeah, as we wait for each one of those to end up falling into the bucket, who's going to fall first, the Mother's Day double or the lottery quad? Feels like we're keeping up with a live score here.
Yeah, we're 3 to go in the practice squad quad box as well, and 3 to go in that diamond single.
We're right there, guys, on a lot of different things.
On a lot of different breaks. And again, the Chase wheel spin is the Weekend Warrior as well as the diamond, 2 separate wheel spins. So if you're in that diamond, that'll be a separate wheel spin from the Weekend Warrior if that diamond break ends up closing. The Pistons.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I thought they were in trouble after they went down 3-1 to Orlando. They had a ridiculous comeback in Game 6, which we talked about last weekend.
Oh, boy.
They've kind of woken up a little bit, and they've gotten over some of the struggles that they have early in playoff series, so that's good. I still don't think they're going to beat New York. New York is going to come out of the other side of that bracket because they're up 3-0 on Philly. I still don't think they're going to beat New York, but it's a good moment for Detroit to understand what they have with some of their players. Now, I do think that they're going to have to think about potentially making a move because Jalen Duren does not look like the number 2 guy. And Tobias Harris, he's not a number 2 guy on a championship caliber team. He might be a number 3. He would be an awesome number 4 starter. But he's definitely capable of being a number 3 guy on a championship team. But they have some expiring contracts. They have some some players that can be moved around, some young prospects that will be exciting to some teams to fill out. So they have some opportunities to be flexible. As far as the Lakers go, the Lakers were not thought to be factors even in the first round. So I think this is house money for LA with some of the young guys that they have and the veterans that stepped up in this series in the previous series against Houston, Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard specifically. What to do with DeAndre Ayton, that'll be the big question. What does LeBron James want to do in this offseason? That'll be another question. But once Luka Dončić went down and the fact that Dončić isn't coming back in this series, that pretty much sealed their fate as far as their ceiling goes. They struggled to beat Oklahoma City even with Dončić. So without Dončić, it was never going to be a real debate. But it's pretty much house money for them as far as what they want to do with their roster going forward. Now they know the capabilities they have with Dončić and Reeves as their front men, and we'll see again what LeBron wants to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see about all that. I definitely want to go back and forth with you more, but Guys, we got ourselves a break on our hands here.
Cool.
So that Mother's Day double, courtesy of Jared Menzer.
Okay.
The men's looking to see what he can get in this double this morning for Mother's Day. So
Awesome. Let's
Pre-Mother's
get those
Day action.
names. Yeah, get those names in the randomizer. So Weekend Warrior double box number 1.
yeah, no, Nick makes a perfect point. Nick is a big-time
Give me
Indiana Pacers
2
fan.
box numbers.
So, yeah, no, I agree with you. Look, I think it's going to be... Now, Nick, I will say the one thing for the NBA, it's kind of in a weird place because I feel like free agency, because of how the CBA has been the last couple of years, it's kind of, and especially with all the contract extensions that have been given out, you don't see as many big-time names in free agency, and if you do, they're kind of on the older part of their career. Thank you, John. 23 and 28.
John Touchman from work.
23 and 28, yeah.
23 and 28.
He took that lunch break early.
And 28, both available, obviously, so we will get those
Yep.
in that Weekend Warrior.
Yeah, and I know that Nick doesn't want Duran to stay in the Eastern Conference. I know that for sure. He wants his Pacers to come back on the rise. So
12 times around per the dice roll. Here we go. Adam Maynor, Sean Alexie, Reggie Hammond, John Touchton, Joshua George, and Jared Menzer. 12 times around. Here we go, guys. Good luck. Reggie Hammond, you've got the NFC North as well as the AFC West. We've got a Reggie sandwich here in this break. Joshua George, NFC South. Adam Maynor, NFC East. John Touchton, NFC West. Jared Menzer, AFC North. Sean Alexie has got the AFC South and the AFC East. Box 23 and 28 coming up here in the Weekend Warrior double to start off this series, which means, of course, that we will have a chase wheel spin because this is part of the chase. Nick saying the Pacers owner had to go into the luxury tax, and everyone on the Knicks is making $40 million plus. I think he's right about that. The Knicks, if they don't make the finals, are going to have some very serious questions about the price of their roster. But let's get this Weekend Warrior going. We'll start off box 23. The Jordan box. Try to adjust it in the light. See? All right. Will we have a Speed Flex? Will we have a Brady entry with some additional gift cards?
yeah,
Non-UA gift cards, by the way,
I'm excited.
available in this series. So there's a pink envelope here.
Uh-oh.
It's
Oh,
a pink
look at that.
envelope here. Looks like it's going to be a gift card to a store. I got to be careful about opening these.
Doesn't come with any instructions, really.
Does not.
Just be delicate.
It says Happy Mother's Day,
Oh, how about that?
so that's nice. And the gift card is to Bonefish Grill. $50.
Damn, okay.
$50 gift card to Bonefish Grill. But it also says it's redeemable at any brands, which also includes Outback. So your Bloomin' Onion can be redeemed with this gift card.
That's sick.
So I'll throw the gift card back in there.
I was gonna say,
Back in the
definitely
box.
keep that card over there. Don't have that over by me. Lunch is right around the corner.
And we'll see who's the lucky winner of that and this helmet. And this helmet is a Hall of Famer with the Hall of Fame inscription. Could have possibly been signed right here at UA. It's Warren Moon on the old school sky blue Oilers. That's going to be an AFC South hit, and that is going to go to Sean Alexie. Sean, congratulations. You've got Warren Moon on the rep, as well as a $50 gift card heading your way.
And you got that first Brady entry as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Again, a whole lot of great things.
Whole lot of good stuff headed your way.
I was going to say he's taking Warren Moon out on a date to Outback with $50 in his pocket. So, very, very cool right there, Warren Moon. The first African-American quarterback inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. One of the greatest players of all time, a true innovator, somebody who loaded up on the CFL MVP awards, a guy that we talk about religiously here at Ultimate Autographs, and for good reason, like Chinmay said. Somebody, by the way, that was very well regarded, highly thought of our staff here when he came in and signed not too long ago. So really, really cool stuff there.
Presented Cam Ward with the jersey after the #1 pick. So great work there from Sean to get Warren Moon, a Tom Brady entry, and a $50 gift card to Bonefish Grill, as well as Carrabba's Outback and Fleming Steakhouse. Those are all the restaurants where
under the same branch.
Redeemable.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna put this Warren Moon on the table, but to the side. A nice sky blue Oilers lid there.
Yeah.
Retro, because we still got one more box here.
We don't usually get this this particular design of this very often, so very cool.
Box 28, because this is a double. So box 28, here we go. See if we get more gift cards and more Brady entries.
More gift cards, more fun.
Yeah. There's no gift card in this one. There's no gift card in this one, so this is probably going to be a headline. I've referenced this commercial a lot, and I'm going to reference it again because this is Mother's Day. This is the Mother's Day Weekend Warrior, and this man in the commercial was sitting on the couch, retired, and done and dusted with his football career.
Oh, okay.
And it turns out that one Tom Brady said that this man was coming with him to Tampa, and it's Rob Gronkowski who then asked his mother to find his jersey and wash it for him. Rob Gronkowski, on the custom Speed Flex, the 3-tone, the triple shell, that is going to be an AFC East hit, and that is going to also go to Sean Alexi. So Sean cleaning up here in the first Weekend Warrior double, and again, Sean bought 2 spots, and that's what we tell you. The value of buying multiple spots gets you more stuff here with UA, and Sean just proved that in this first Weekend Warrior. Congratulations, Sean.
Way to go, Sean. And again, shout out to John. Unfortunately, my friend, do not have good news to pass along to you, but shout out to you for helping out the community, specifically the Sean Alexi community. Hey, look. You want to talk about a perfect Mother's Day? You get to go take your mother out to Outback Steakhouse with $50 in your pocket, and you get to take Rob Gronkowski and Warren Moon out on the date with you. So
he could end up with the Brady too. With the Brady, he has a Brady entry. That was pretty much everything. Look, this is why you buy multiple spots, right? You got everything. You got a gift card, Warren Moon, a Tom Brady entry, and then a Gronk Speed Flex as a headliner. We've seen a lot of these 3-tones. It's like you're cracking an egg that has 3 different layers: the shell, the white, and the yolk. This is cool though. The Patriots, you got the silver, the white, and the red.
Yeah.
Gronk signing in that sweet spot with the visor. Bob Boulay saying Gronk reminds me of a golden retriever puppy, just a big dope. I think he's a little more than that, but I can see.
He's not too far off.
I can see the similarities. Yeah, he's a big goofball.
He's a happy-go-lucky fella.
He's a big goofball, is what I'll say. Gronk obviously is going to stay on the table here. But congratulations to Sean. Tough luck for everyone else who was in the break. But this just goes to tell you, get multiple spots in these breaks. So you get the full rewards of what you can possibly end up with here. Gronk is only headliner, though. Warren Moon, not a headliner. So we still have 14 headliners in 28 boxes. And we still have a handful of Brady entries, as well as some gift cards to non-UA stuff that you guys can get in this series. So Weekend Warrior double #1, very successful for Sean, but we still got a bunch of more Weekend Warriors.
Hell yeah.
A lot of more Brady entries to give out. Still 1 to go in that lottery quad. That should definitely be coming up soon. And 3 to go in that diamond single and practice squad quad. And we'll see who can win some memorabilia out of those respective breaks. So Gronk is staying on the table for now, but we'll see what else you guys can open up here in this 9 a.m. show And we'll see if we have some decisions to make here.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people wanted that AFC's double up Chinmay with James Cook and Rob Gronkowski. But
you can still double up with James Cook and Dan Marino.
So
the double up is still there. And Travion Henderson is still there, sitting in the listed headliners. So still plenty of opportunities there.
It's one of those rare situations where having a Gronkowski custom go by the boards and be like, hey, you know what? That division's still pretty damn stacked. So, and again, we don't know what's in the hidden gems either. We do know that there's one Brady entry in there. There is 9 remaining from what it looks like right now. So, again, guys, really good start to get us rocking and rolling here. Again, we're about an hour into the program on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, Weekend Warrior and the Diamond. So shout out to y'all. You guys are going to be in that chase wheel spin twice in that double. But again, we're looking to do a lot more boxes. One spot away from that lottery quad.
Yeah, lottery quad is 1 spot away. And again, you still can quad up in that NFC East with Dak Prescott, George Pickens, Javonte Williams, and Lawrence Taylor on the speed flex. Now, you might not get all of those might not come up in the same break, but you could. There is that quad up possibility. So
higher the likelihood, yeah. I'm a big numbers guy. At the end of the day, I love playing the odds. Again, that's also my kiss of death as well. Whenever I go to the casino and I'm playing blackjack, I always try to go by the book, as they say. What does the house tell you? Well, guess what? The house sometimes doesn't tell you anything. But I always like to go by the numbers and give yourself the highest percentages or the highest chances of getting yourself as I like to call it, a photo headliner win for you guys. Which is why whenever I look at the break page, I always end up doing the best ratios high to low to kind of just sort things out and kind of show and tell myself, okay, this is what the percentages are for my best chances of winning. Now, one thing that I think we can get done, Chinmay, I think this is very realistic for us as a group. We got over 20 people tuning in this Saturday morning. So the viewership is great. So again, the lottery quad, the practice squad quad, the diamond single, and the jersey single. So that right there, 8 boxes to go along with the 2 we've just done. You know, I think we can easily have a double-figure show here.
Yeah, we could have double digits here.
That's what I'm expecting the rest of the way.
Ahead of Mother's Day.
Yeah. And so we were just, again, we're going to wait to see who closes out that lottery quad or maybe even the practice squad quad coming up. But of course, we had a great transition, a little bit of a segue leading into the Thunder Lakers discussion because, again, you have been very, very realistic. You've been very honest about your Lakers expectations. Now, of course, Luka Dončić being out, that kind of changes things a little bit. This isn't Bronny James missing time. All due respect to Bronny, friend of the break room. We've actually, crazily enough, had Bronny in the break room. But obviously, Luka Dončić is an entirely different animal. Averaged nearly 34 points a game this season, the league's leading scorer. He has not played in a single postseason game. Tonight at Crypto.com Arena, Lakers down at 2-0, backs against the wall, season's on the line. Oklahoma City, 8.5-point road favorites tonight. They have yet to lose in this postseason, but specifically against the Lakers, it's been Lakers dominance. Chinmay, the last 6 matchups, postseason and regular, they're 6-0, and they're winning by an average of nearly 15 points a game.
They just have, look, we talked about this at the beginning of the playoffs when we made our predictions. The Oklahoma City Thunder, your top line stars will match up well with Oklahoma City's top line stars, right? Like, and Oklahoma City is also missing Jalen Williams, so it's not like they're not dealing with injuries as well. But like SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, if you were to take the Lakers' 3 best players, Luka Dončić, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, they match up pretty well with those 3 guys, right?
Yeah.
It's the next 7 guys, right? It's like guys 4 through 10 for the Lakers don't hold the torch to the guys 4 through 10 for Oklahoma City. They just play better. They play more together.
Yeah.
They're more cohesive. They have championship experience now. So it's just tougher to beat them over the full 48 minutes. Now, that being said, the Lakers have gotten some good intel for their team going forward in these playoffs. Marcus Smart looks like he's worthy of keeping around for a few more seasons. DeAndre Ayton looks like he's worthy of keeping around. Rui Hachimura has been phenomenal in these playoffs. We'll see what Rui's going rate is, but he's going to command a lot of money in free agency.
I've always liked
He's going to be worth it. He's going to be worth it. He's really developed as an outside shooter, which has helped his game tremendously.
That corner 3 ball for sure.
And Reeves fits well with Luka Dončić as well. So Dončić has already signed the extension. So now you got to surround him with the pieces needed to make that championship run. I think all four of those guys can be part of that. Nick saying, see Skip coming hot on first take, saying the Lakers are better without Luka. Yeah, I didn't see the comments. I actually didn't watch any of that reunion with Skip and Stephen A. Not surprising that Skip Bayless would say something like that.
How about him having LeBron ninth all time in his
Not surprising that Skip Bayless would say something like that. Again, they're just doing it for ratings. I understand.
Of course.
But I don't think that's the case. I think there's valid criticisms as to how important Luka Dončić is. Again, you got to surround players with the right pieces, right? Like Luka Dončić, we know is never going to be a lockdown defender. We know that. He's just never going to be a lockdown defender. Can he be an average defender? Possibly. But you're going to have to surround him with good defensive players for your team to be successful. That's just a reality.
Definitely.
He's one of the best offensive players in the league, but he's never going to be that great defensively. So you need guys like a Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura. Ayton has stepped up defensively down low. So you need those guys to help cover for some of the deficiencies Dončić has on the other side. Now, that doesn't mean Dončić can't improve, but you need some of those guys to make up for it. Doesn't mean that the Lakers are better without him.
Yeah.
Because I think they've changed their game so substantially without Luka Dončić. Now, they also got lights-out performances from Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, which they were not expecting.
Definitely mostly, yeah.
It's like a mixed bag, right? Like, Kennard has not played well in this series against the Thunder. I didn't expect him to play particularly well, but he basically was Luka in the first round against the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, look, talking about, there's a lot to unpack there. First and foremost, focusing on Game 3 for the Thunder and Lakers for tonight. I'm one of the biggest Thunder truthers there are. I am not participating in the disgusting discourse that goes on in NBA media when it talks about that the Thunder get this ridiculously high favored whistle. Now, I understand... I understand for whatever reason, if OKC and their brand of basketball isn't your cup of tea, it's fine. But the fact that there is this hidden favoritism that they get away with these level of hacking and physicality and these foul calls. The thing with OKC is that they established physicality early on, but you watched that Minnesota and San Antonio game last night. There's a whole lot of hand checking. Yeah. Very physical game. And here's something that, again, nobody ever says out loud, but I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Every officiating crew is different. Every officiating crew in the NBA is entirely different. This is why they have refereeing crews before the games. Now, I will say that there are certain players and certain teams that are officiated differently because of their playing style. If you have a predominant jump shooting team like the Boston Celtics, who ironically shot themselves out of that series against Philly last round, they're going to be officiated differently than Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City tends to drive more towards the basket. For example, I cannot understand why Austin Reeves and the entire Lakers team had to have a on-the-court press conference with the referees after Game 2. To me, it's a bad look. Like, getting an understanding is one thing from Austin individually, but talking to all the referees with the entire team, it's really getting exuberant overboard.
Yeah, it's very odd.
The Lakers were second in the NBA this season in drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. So to me, it's just like one of those things where it's like, where do you want the balance to come out? And here's the biggest thing. If it was a 1 or 2 or 3 possession game, that's one thing.
Yeah,
but
it's
again,
an 18-point game.
It's an 18-point game. Now, to talk about who's my Game 3 projections for tonight, again, I kind of see the series. I really going in, I think I gave it 5 games to OKC. Because, again, I think the Lakers are going to get one at home. Until I see it, actually, I'm going to take OKC. Maybe the Lakers do not get swept because it's going to be hard to sweep LeBron James, of course. Very rare for him to ever get swept.
Very rare for LeBron to get swept.
So, but for OKC, though, again, they've done it. I should say the Lakers have done a tremendous job on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, despite him shooting 53%. Oh, somebody closed it out finally.
Oh, it looks like that lottery quad is closed out,
Ty.
And I do see that as well on the site.
So you close this out.
So lottery quad is closed out, so we will have that coming up, and hopefully I'll be able to spin this hopper.
Well, let's see how many times you're going to spin it is going to be the other real question here. So I'll get that together for you.
I'll move some stuff around here.
But yeah, kind of just putting a bow on this conversation, guys. We're just talking about the projected Game 3 coming up tonight for the Lakers and the OKC Thunder. I just feel like I think you made some really good points about what the auditions in future is going to look like for this Lakers team going forward. The one player that desperately needed to have at least the glimpses of having a good game/series had to be Austin Reeves. He's due for a big payday this summer, and it was really the first time in his playoff career that he showed out against an excellent defense. So shout out to AR, and shout out to everybody that's in this lottery quad coming up.
Yeah, 4 box numbers, please, on that lottery quad. Just wait for my message in the chat. So Ryan Manuel, Tyler Matlock, Adam Maynor, Reggie Hammond. You guys are, and Ryan is ready because Ryan has 5 spots.
Yep.
In this quad. So he's got 4, 6, 10, and 15.
Sounds good.
4 and 6 are good. 10 is good, and 15 is good. Yep. All those numbers are valid.
Sounds good to me.
So we will get those going right here.
All right.
Here's our list. Ryan, Tyler, Adam, Reggie, and Ryan again. 12 times around on the randomizer for this 9 a.m. show. Ryan, you've got the NFC North, the NFC East, the NFC West, the AFC South, and the AFC West. Reggie, you've got the NFC South. Adam, you've got the AFC North. And Tyler, you've got the AFC East. 4 boxes coming up in this lottery series again. The prize for this is the Mahomes. So we'll see how many entries we're giving out. We'll see how many headliners we're pulling out here in this lottery series. We'll start with box number 4. This looks like it's going to be a rep helmet. And It looks like we're going to get some lottery action and some Patrick Mahomes entry action.
Yes, sir.
Not on the team that you'd associate him with. It's Jeff Garcia on the Bucks lid. Jeff Garcia, often associated with the San Francisco 49ers, longtime veteran quarterback in the NFL, but this time he's on a Tampa Bay Buccaneers lid. That is going to be an NFC South hit, and that is going to go to Reggie Hammond. So Jeff Garcia going to Reggie Hammond. Reggie, I'm going to write this up real quick for you, and then we're going to go through the song and dance of the lottery balls.
Now, sadly, there is no song or dance included. Chinmay can do that on his own volition if he wants to, but
I don't think anyone's disappointed about that.
So with that, ironically, the last replica that got entered into this series and sweepstakes for the Patrick Mahomes was a Bucky Irving. So we're going back to back in Buccaneers players.
So we're going back to back on the Bucs stuff.
So that leaves us at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be the 9th entry. Mm-hmm. So we have 6 to go.
So we'll put Jeff back in the box.
My name is Jeff. Name's Jeff. The alleged neighbor of Ronnie and Sulaco, as we've heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently they share tacos together in Jeff Garcia's jacuzzi, is what I've heard.
All right, so the lottery hopper is being spun. I'm gonna jumble things up here real quick. There we go.
Damn. Pretty good.
It's ball number 5.
Okay.
Which I believe was Jeff Garcia's number.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
So lottery ball number 5.
It's got to be good luck.
And lottery ball number 5 for Reggie on this handy dandy little sheet is going to be $50.
Nice.
In store credit.
Five's a
So
wild.
$50 in store credit, as well as the Jeff Garcia lid, and an entry into the drawing for this Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex. So good stuff there, good stuff there, Reggie. Great start to this lottery break, but that's only box 4 in the first box. Now we got box 6. Let's see what's in box number 6.
Yeah, Bob, that's his story, and he's sticking to it.
Yep. I believe this is also a replica lid. This is also going to be a replica lid. So this
Okay.
is also going to be an entry into the Mahomes drawing with more lottery ball action and more
Wow.
hopper action.
Okay.
This is an interesting one because this is, again, not the team that you'd associate this player with. Younger player, it's Jahan Dotson.
Oh, okay.
But he's on a Falcons lid, an old school Falcons lid. That's going to be another NFC South hit. And that's going to once again go to Reggie Hammond.
Crazy.
So Reggie is cleaning up here a little bit in this break. So Reggie, once again, I'm going to write this out for you and then go through the song and dance of the hopper.
Now, I'm not going to try to drop any hints here and get Reggie's hopes up, but I will say this. We had a very, very special series go on Tuesday night with Common and I. We ended up closing that series out, and Chinmay, it actually had 3 separate giveaway prizes.
Wow.
It had a Justin Jefferson Winter Warning Authentic, your boy LT LaDainian Tomlinson on a Speed Flex, and then it was I believe a custom Tom Brady Speed Flex was the other giveaway. A Jahan Dotson rep on the Falcons won the LaDainian Tomlinson prize.
Wow.
So
Okay.
maybe there's some,
some good luck, yeah.
juju about a Dotson on a
Some
Falcons.
good luck. There's some good luck.
And I
Okay.
remember when we pulled that on Tuesday night, I did remember saying, I don't remember Jahan Dotson being a Falcon.
Yeah.
So that was like my first thing that I had entered into my head. I was like, wait. I was like, this too.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson is, I believe he's going to be on the Falcons this year.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it's his
Upcoming
new team.
team.
His upcoming team. So we're once again going to go through the song and dance of the hopper. And this is going to be ball number 12, it looks like. Yep, lottery ball number 12.
B12.
And lottery ball number 12, that is going to be $100.
Hey.
That is going to be $100.
Printing coin. Coin
So
over there.
another $100 in store credit headed Reggie's way. TL Jones is saying, "Hey guys, how are y'all today? Quick question regarding the Michael Irvin custom jersey yesterday. He won the jersey. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that that's gonna be probably. I'm gonna say like 400 or so, 350, 400.
Yeah.
That's gonna be about my guess for Michael Irvin.
Yeah, I would say it's probably going to fall maybe a little bit under that, but somewhere in that price range,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, I said thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Reggie's saying awesome. Thank you. No, thank you,
We
Reggie.
got you, dude.
Thank you for buying in. You made it happen, and you've got 2 entries as well as some store credit for Patrick Mahomes with Jeff Garcia and Jahan Dotson. If either of those you can't do it with Jeff Garcia really. But if Jahan Dotson wins you the Mahomes, you must draft Jahan Dotson to your fantasy team.
Yeah.
It's a non-negotiable.
And you have to start him every week.
Box 10, as we move into the latter half of this quad break in the lottery series. This looks like it's also going to be a replica helmet.
Oh, my God. I'm just taking all the Mahomes tickets away.
You know what? This one's hard to. It looks like a wrap. This is interesting, though. A guy who was on my fantasy team last year, a guy who, if he stays healthy, is likely to be on my fantasy team to start this year. Javonte Williams on the Cowboys rep lid. Listed headliner in this series. That is going to be an NFC East hit, and that is going to go to Ryan Manuel. So, Ryan, congratulations. Javonte Williams on the slate rep heading your way, and that is also going to be a Mahomes entry.
Yeah, good to see Javonte back in the room, man. That's a great-looking slate right there on that replica helmet. A candidate for comeback player of the year, to say the least, Javonte Williams, especially to start off last season, man. He was coming out guns blazing. It looked like he lost his athleticism after suffering a severe lower leg injury after his sophomore season, or during his sophomore season, excuse me. Never really refound that burst, averaged less than 4 yards a carry in his junior and senior season out in the Mile High City. And then how about a 1,200-yard campaign last year, Chinmay?
Got that contract extension.
Yeah, nearly 5 yards a carry and 11 touchdowns.
They really like what Javonte Williams does. I'm going to put Javonte away. But congratulations to Ryan.
So that's going to be another replica entry, as you said. So again, your arm's starting to get sore over there. It's going to be the third time you're going around.
I'm fine. I asked for this.
You're going to go the whole 9 today.
I asked for the hopper. This is going to be ball number 8, the Kobe Bryant ball. So ball number 8 is going. This is going Ryan's way, and ball number 8 is going to be $75.
Nice. Okay.
Ball number 8 is going to be $75. So the 350 ball is still out there. The 350 ball is still out there in this series, but. We haven't pulled. I guess Javonte was a listed headliner, but we haven't pulled any of the big time headliners yet. Last box in this quad, box 15. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a
Bob
good thing.
Boulay saying the Irvin jersey averages around 180. I thought it would be a little more than that, but who knows?
That's the good thing about this series, though, man. Even though you start to see more Mahomes entries go by the board, 4 left, by the way, that means the photo headliners and secondaries only get higher and higher chance of landing one.
Mm-hmm. I don't think this one's going to be a Mahomes entry. No, it's not. But if you're a Cowboys fan, it's going to be a nice double up for you. Ryan Manuel, you got Javonte Williams, and now you're getting George Pickens.
Wow.
On the authentic George Pickens.
There you go.
Headed your way. Pickens had the franchise tag. They're trying to negotiate a contract extension with him. But he's coming off a massive season with the Cowboys, and they're hoping to keep that going this season with George Pickens in that offense as the kind of 1A receiver. Wouldn't even say the number 2 receiver, kind of the 1A guy for Dallas. But some awesome stuff here in this break. We saw guys doubling up with, even though they got multiple spots in this series, Ryan got multiple spots, but he ends up doubling up with that one spot. And Reggie, of course, doubling up with Mahomes entries and store credit in the spot that he has. So Ryan, congratulations. Hopefully, Ryan's a Cowboys fan. Ryan, let us know what team you're a fan of.
Yes, I think he's I'm pretty sure he's a Bears fan, local guy.
Okay.
But Ryan, if you want to confirm for us, I will know that he's going to be happy either way, dude. Getting the Pickens and the Williams, because the Williams got him that Mahomes entry, and he gets a great photo headliner of a guy who nearly flirted with 1,500 receiving yards last season. Pretty miraculous stuff, considering that CeeDee Lamb missed a little bit of time. But even with CeeDee Lamb on the field, George Pickens was the definition of a big game player last year, man. 93 catches, his first Pro Bowl appearance last season. Ended in a not so positive fashion out in the Steel City in his first 3 years. You don't really know what you were going to get with George Pickens, right? And he helped create the best passing attack in the NFL last year. So
I'm going to keep George out here on the table, obviously, but I'm going to move Gronk back front center.
He had 5 games last season of 130 yards or more.
Wow.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Pretty good. for George Pickens there. So we knocked out the lottery quad. We knocked out one Mother's Day double. So where are we headed to next, folks, as we enter sort of the last half hour or so for now of this 9 a.m. show? We can extend a little bit if we need to. Manuel saying he's not a Cowboys fan. He is a Bears fan. He's a South Florida Bears fan. So he's residing down in South Beach. Reggie is a Broncos fan. Okay, Reggie. Well, I can't. Well, the Mahomes entry might not be all that valuable to you as a Broncos fan, but Terrell Davis still hiding out in this lottery series.
Yeah.
Bo Nix in that diamond, that custom Bo Nix Speed Flex, still available in that diamond series, and then Terrell Davis also in the Authentics in that Mother's Day weekend warrior. Ryan saying there was a third George Pickens, not particularly great. Only one entry for the Mahomes. Well, one entry is sometimes all it takes, Ryan. And the good news is if you got multiple George Pickens, there's a lot of Cowboys fans in this break room.
Yep.
I'm sure you could work out a trade with somebody for a few of those George Pickens helmets.
Yeah, and Ryan won a Garrison Hurst yesterday or at some point last night.
And he won the LaDainian custom, right? LaDainian Tomlinson custom he was saying earlier. So it comes around, goes around.
Yeah, that Hurst rep and then this Javonte Williams, it's got you tied with Reggie for the second most entries. Jason Medore currently is on top with 3. Yeah, Reggie being a Reggie the Broncos fan, of course, hoping for the Knicks. Yeah, also hoping for the Mahomes as well, Reg, with 2 entries in here. Shout out to both of you guys. And like Chinmay said perfectly, one thing that we like to say, I know that your 3 p.m. host ends up saying this a lot, but in RIP, he talks about a lot of the items that you can win in this room is currency. This is an elite community in terms of trading, communication, kind of just putting it out there to the world. We get even longtime regulars that'll pop back in here and be like, hey guys, I'm looking to trade or sell, or I'm looking for this particular helmet or that. Because obviously we know you guys already probably have a very extensive PC. So again, I promise you, Ryan, there are people out there that are going to be looking for a George Pickens Cowboy helmet, especially Cowboys fans, obviously.
Yeah. One series that we didn't talk about in all this hoopla that I do want to get to, I do want to touch, is this multi-sport mixer series.
Yeah.
We have not gotten to it because there was a lot of chase stuff, obviously. We were close to closing the weekend warrior in the lottery. This multi-sport has got some phenomenal stuff still left in it. That James Cook custom speed flex, if you miss out on James Cook in the Mother's Day series, you can get him in this multi-sport series. That is a sweet-looking James Cook lid. We've also got a Dan Marino custom lid. I know Rip wants to see that later on for sure. But Dan Marino custom speed flex also available, by the way, in that Mother's Day series. But if you don't get him in there, you can grab him in this series. Cale Makar on the hockey puck. Cale Makar, we had a jersey for Cale Makar earlier this year. But Cale on that hockey puck, the Colorado Avalanche are probably going to be at least, it looks like they're at least going to be in the conference final. Western Conference final. Could be winning another Stanley Cup. And Cale was on that championship team a few years ago. Could be adding to that resume with another Stanley Cup title. Obviously, it's a multi-sport, so we got multiple sports and baseball heavily featured with Pedro Martinez and Nolan Ryan. I cannot promise that you will be a good pitcher if you wear the Nolan Ryan jersey and start throwing the Pedro Martinez baseball. But I can say that this Pedro Martinez has an awesome "Who's Your Daddy" inscription on it. So you could say that when you throw the baseball, and that'll make you a good pitcher. Who knows?
Just make sure the pitch is good when you're screaming that out when you're letting go of the ball.
Reggie, we got a triple sign Broncos speed flex here for you.
There you go, man.
Elway, Smith, and McCaffrey. Elway, Rod Smith, and Ed McCaffrey there on the Broncos speed flex in this multisport. So multisport's still pretty loaded here. 8 headliners in the 15 boxes. And again, we are looking at several options there across various sports. I'm going to show off this Dan Marino real quick, just to give you an idea of that custom. Old school Dolphins logo, and we're really doing a lot with the 3 tones here. You got, again, Dolphins color scheme, top 3 color scheme. Dolphins, Jags, Chargers.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Easily.
Bengals are up there as well. They all do a very good job with their color scheme. And here's the James Cook custom speed flex. I know we talk about Josh Allen as the Winter Soldier, but this looks very Winter Soldier-y, if you ask me, on the James Cook custom speed flex in that multi-sport mixer. So where are we headed to next, folks, in the break room as we head into this last half hour? Taking a quick look at the page, we're 3 to go in that diamond single. And again, diamonds are part of that chase wheel spin. We already have 1 chase wheel spin going because of the Weekend Warrior, but the diamonds are 3 to go. And if we close out that single, everybody in that single box will get entered into that wheel spin. So diamond single, 3 to go. And again, you have the Bo Nix speed flex available there. Rob Gronkowski and James Cook also available in that series. Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson both on speed flexes. George Pickens, if you're hoping for Pickens in the lottery and you missed out, he's available in the diamonds as well. So diamond single number 3, 3 spots to go. I'm going to drop that link in the chat. And let's hopefully grab another chase wheel spin here for that diamond series.
Yeah, no, it's again more chase wheel spin action, more fun on the break page, guys. Again, just more opportunities for you to reward yourself at the end of the day. Even a series, for example, like the diamonds that don't have any series attachments to it, series prize attachments to it, like a Mahomes or a Brady. Some that come with, gift cards, potentially like the Mother's Day series to go with Tom Brady or the Patrick Mahomes that comes along with Hopper credit amounts and potentially Patrick Mahomes helmet. Having a chase wheel spin is a really good opportunity because, again, especially on the weekends, the last couple of times that at least I've been on air, we've actually seen a couple hundreds pop up. So, again, if everything goes your way in that diamond single for 109, you're essentially just paying $9 for that spot if things go well and you win the chase wheel spin at the end of the show. So, even if you don't end up winning the item, unfortunately, in that break, chances are you're going to make a good amount of your money back.
If you get that wheel spin. We are 3 to go also in that practice squad quad box and 4 to go in that jersey single.
Yeah.
So we have some movement across the page, across several series, but it's a question of where we want to go to next and what type of stuff we want to kind of chop down on. There are still 4 entries for Patrick Mahomes, and there are 6 headliners in the 10 boxes in that lottery, which basically means that the 4 hidden gems are basically going to be the entries.
The entries, yeah.
For Mahomes. So that's pretty much where we're looking at here for this.
I think one of the, and again, you just touched upon it, but if it was me, the one series that we kind of have up right now that I think has some elite level stuff, though we don't have any chase wheel spin attachments or any in-series winnable prizes or anything. But again, guys, the price point I think is excellent. Is that multi-sport that you touched upon again. Better than a 2-in-1 chance, 8 headliners, 15 boxes. Guys, you got 3 speed flexes in there, 2 customs for James Cook and Dan Marino for $102. And again,
you could double up with those.
Yeah, you could double up with those in the AFC East, and then you got a tri-signed Bronco, as you mentioned.
Let's see what
in that AFC West.
Let's see what the multi-sport divisions are.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
Before I talk about doubling up.
Well, you could double up with the. That one yesterday. Okay, so you can. I was going to say we had that Brett Hull and Adam Oates dual signed jersey, so that's gone.
All right, so my apologies. I spoke out of turn. You won't be able to double up Dan Marino and James Cook because the Dolphins and Bills are in different divisions. But you could double up Dan Marino with that Hull and Oates, right? No, that jersey went. Hull and Oates jersey went.
It went yesterday.
All right. Let's see what potential double ups are there. You could double up Nolan Ryan and Cale Makar.
Yeah.
Because the Astros and Avalanche are in the same division.
Triple up potentially if Gary Peyton in the secondary headliner.
Oh, yeah. Gary Peyton would be a supersonic. Yeah, potential triple up opportunity there with Nolan Ryan, Cale Makar, and Gary Peyton. The Elway, the Broncos are WWE and Phillies. I don't see anybody else in there. Martinez would be a Red Sox hit, but I don't see the Reds. So Martinez must be a Mets hit then, because I don't see the Red Sox in there. So you could double up with Pedro Martinez and James Cook, because Martinez must be a Mets hit if he's not, because I don't see the Red Sox division on there.
Yeah.
So you could double up James Cook with Pedro Martinez.
Nice.
In that multi-sport. Oh, no, I do see Red Sox. Sorry. I do see Red Sox. Red Sox is at the bottom.
For the Karl Malone?
Yeah, Red Sox. So you could double up with Pedro Martinez and Karl Malone. My mistake. There's double up is still there with Pedro, but it's with Karl Malone, not James Cook.
Getting a lot of great stuff available in that multi-sport. The multi-sport and the practice squad I'm always so fond of. I just like a lot of different variety. Because again, there's even a couple of really interesting divisional titles that you folks can see in there. Like for example, like Jerry Maguire. Really cool, the Mighty Ducks. We're not talking about the Anaheim Ducks.
No, we're talking about the Mighty Ducks.
We're talking about the Mighty Ducks. And I was going to say, well, we
already got Cale Makar on the puck. Maybe there's a Mighty Ducks puck in there.
Yeah, the Anaheim Ducks are playing like the Mighty Ducks yesterday. So
yep, but they still got that split, right? They still got that split that they wanted in the first two games. So now it all comes down to game 4. There's a saying in the NBA, and I think it applies really to any playoff series. Series doesn't start until the road team wins a game. Right?
Yep.
That's when the series doesn't start. Now, the series has started and taken off in several cases across the NHL and NBA because the road team has won multiple games. Vegas won a road game. Anaheim won a road game, so that series in full swing. Timberwolves won a road game, and now Spurs have won a road game, so that series heating up as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, series doesn't start until the road team wins a game.
And for action today, because I know we were talking about action going on in the NBA throughout parts of this morning's show with your boys Rob and Chinmay on the mic. We got the Canes and the Flyers and the Avalanche and the Wild. The Canes looking to
close it out.
Bring out those brooms, baby. Yeah, Sebastian Aho and company looking to trounce the Flyers, who had I would say, shockingly good season relative to expectations.
Flyers are dealing with some injuries, but the Hurricanes have looked phenomenal. In these playoffs, and again, so they've been very good.
They're a team in recent memory, bro, who have had a lot of playoff demons in recent years.
Yeah, they're kind of pushing on that door, trying to jam through that door, and they could be kind of well rested because Montreal won yesterday against the Sabres, so that series is tied 1-1. Montreal taking a game on the road, so it's possible that the Hurricanes get a sweep today and then get some rest because the Sabres and Canadiens might be going the distance in that series.
Yeah, Brandon Bussey has been phenomenal for the Canes in net throughout this entire postseason run. And, we've seen it all the time in the NHL, especially kind of like how in baseball, in baseball you can ride, hot pitchers throughout an entire postseason run. Goaltending in the NHL is huge, man. It's everything in the postseason. You could ride a hot goaltender all the way to the finish. Oh, yeah. And you could say that Brandon Bussey's been the best goaltender so far in these playoffs so far. The Avalanche, who were the favorites going into this playoff format, them, like OKC in the same regard, have yet to lose a game yet, I believe.
Yeah, they have not
playoffs,
lost.
So.
They lost. No, they did sweep the Kings. Yeah, Avalanche have not lost a playoff game yet. Hurricanes have not lost a playoff game yet. Thunder have not lost a playoff game yet.
The one seeds
so
showing up
all
and
the
showing
one
out.
seeds are showing out. And Detroit came back from a 3-1 deficit. So everyone is showing out.
So we're gonna. So me and Robbie did this yesterday, and I want to ask you this. So
okay.
In the 4 main sports. So and for this discussion, we'll talk about hockey, baseball, basketball, and football.
Yeah.
Can you name me every championship team 20 years ago for the 4 main sports?
Okay, so 2006.
2006, yeah.
Okay. 2006. We're talking about like that, that season, or so like 2006 would be the 2007 Super Bowl, right?
It would be the 2006 Super Bowl. So
2006,
05, 06.
Okay.
Correct. Good question.
So I think, NFL, I think it's Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
NBA would be 06. 0506. NBA would be 06 is this is gonna okay. And MLB, St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
And MLB.
Yep. 83 win Cardinals team.
Yeah. I looked this up yesterday, so I know it's Hurricanes in the NHL. NBA is gonna kill me. Yeah.
Games, yeah.
Spurs won in 05.
Correct.
Who won in 06?
Two of the two best players in this series are currently teammates on Amazon Prime together.
The Heat. The Heat won in 06,
Yep.
right? With Dwayne Wade and Shaq.
Yep, over Dallas.
Yeah.
Over Dallas. So, yeah, 4 for 4, baby. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. So, and then if you want to go internationally, instead, Taylor, I'll get to your question first, my man. How long does it take for support to reach back out to emails? So, typically, Dave does a terrific job.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Now, sometimes on rare occasions, if Dave is around, he'll be able to get back to you on weekends. But for the most part, Dave is here during the week, during regular, normal business hours. During the week. So I would probably say Monday.
During standard business hours, I think he would get to you day of.
Day of, yeah.
If you email over the weekend, I would say Monday, but there are chances that he can get to you by the end of the day on the weekend as well. But during standard business hours, I would say day of is a great possibility timeline for support to reach back out regarding emails. You talked about the 4 major sports just now in 2006, but 2006 was also a soccer World Cup year.
Yeah.
And the FIFA World Cup is coming to the United States this summer. United States, Canada, and Mexico. I read an article the other day about how fans are kind of complaining about some of the pricing that's been going on, and the prices are out of this world. I mean, we're talking some insane numbers that I was looking at. So I understand your pain if you're thinking about going to a World Cup match during this upcoming FIFA World Cup. But 06, I believe in 2006, it was Italy who won the FIFA World Cup, and that was the famous Zidane headbutt game.
Yeah, they defeated France in a penalty shootout.
In penalties, and Zidane couldn't take a penalty because during the overtime period, he had headbutted one of the Italian players.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. Yeah, the key incident. Yeah,
Italy not in this World Cup. I believe it's 3 straight World Cups now that Italy has not qualified for the field, which is crazy because it's a 48-team field this time. So they added 16 teams to the field, and Italy still didn't make it.
Crazy. Speaking of expanded parts of their sector of their sport. How about NCAA college basketball?
Yeah.
20 years ago, again, they recently have agreed to expansion for the NCAA March Madness bracket. That'll be instituted this upcoming season.
Yes, 76 teams. Now the main bracket is still 64.
Yeah.
So the other 12 teams will be sort of the play-in games and that kind of stuff.
But hey, an extra day. An extra day.
We'll be happy with extra college basketball. I will say though, the reason this is happening, people are saying, oh, it's just a pure money grab and they're watering down the field and whatnot. Those are valid points, but the reason that this is happening is because teams are declining postseason berths for the other tournaments.
Yep.
Like the NIT and the CBI are not getting teams because they're just sitting at home because they didn't make the NCAA tournament. They're basically pouting because it's like Notre Dame yanking themselves from the bowl game.
Yeah.
North Carolina yanking themselves from the NCAA. Like the reason this is happening is because those teams are not wanting to play in some of these other tournaments. So
exactly.
You can blame the people for wanting to make money and whatnot and for watering down the field, but these programs, they want the money too. They want the money from the NCAA,
for sure.
From the NCAA tournament and from these bowl games. So if you're complaining about the governing bodies wanting a money grab, I would also like you to complain about the schools wanting the money grab too.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to is, everybody's just trying to benefit with more coin going in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're looking at about, we're 10:45 here.
Yeah.
And we're 6 to go in the next Weekend Warrior double. So the diamond is still 3 to go in that single. Yep, diamond is still 3 to go in that diamond single. So again, the chase wheel spin, there are 2 chase wheel spins.
Yep.
There's the Weekend Warrior, which we will have a wheel spin for sure. And then there's a diamond, which we may or may not have a wheel spin. It depends on if we can close out these 3 spots. I'm going to cut off the wheel spin for the diamond at 10:55. So that gives you 10 minutes. If you want to get into that diamond series, again, 9 headliners and 20 boxes in that diamond series. All authentics are better. Bo Nix Speed Flex, Amon-Ra St. Brown Speed Flex, Justin Jefferson Speed Flex. That is available in that diamond series. But if we do not close out a diamond break by 10:55, I will close the diamond chase wheel spin. And then we'll talk about hits of the show and do the Weekend Warrior wheel spin if another Weekend Warrior break has not closed by that point in time.
Yeah, definitely
College
encourage
teams
you guys.
in it for themselves. They don't care about the player's experience. Yes, I think on some level, yes. And now that players are being paid through NIL and through sponsorships, I think that has kind of, you've seen that, especially with the transfer market. But I will say now there's 2 ways to look at it, right? There's the very cynical way to look at it in the sense that it's just a dollar amount figure, and you've basically reduced recruiting and college athletics and athletics in general to a dollar amount. That's partially fair. That being said, a lot of these teams can offer very similar things in terms of NIL money.
Yeah.
Right? Like a top college football player who's deciding between Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State. The money is going to be very similar for all 3 of those schools. The difference will be what facilities are offered, the connections that they have with the coaching staff, and their path to playing time. So those recruiting tools still matter. So the player experience still matters when committing to a school.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm obviously going to look for a certain dollar amount if I'm a player of that caliber. I'm going to look for a certain dollar amount, obviously, because everyone's looking for it. But if the dollar amount's the same between 4 different schools, I'm going to look at the experience of what I can get at each school to then solidify or finalize my decision, so to speak. Emore12 saying, have you all considered making a buy and sell Facebook page where customers can buy and trade their winnings? I know plenty out there, but curious. We have not, well, I have not considered it. I don't know if anyone else has considered it. It's a good suggestion. I will say, though, we have a great community here that tends to jump into chat and tends to have a lot of interaction in the chat when they want to trade things. And the reason we do it with the chat is I think it just makes it a little more transparent for everybody involved, and there's a little more of an official process that kind of goes on.
Yep.
So that's where I'll say in terms of that. It's not a bad suggestion. I just think we like to keep it kind of within the community and have that transparency, not just for you and the person on the other side of that trade or sell, but to help us kind of keep track of that mentally. But it's not a bad suggestion.
No, for sure.
Not a bad suggestion.
No, I mean, it's funny. We actually have something similar every Tuesday. We have the Stash and Cash series every Tuesday, which is a UA exclusive. So it's not like you're getting your literal buy-in back, but you are getting it back potentially in store credit for items that you win. But in the grand scheme of things, a lot of the facilitating that we'll do is here within the community with one another, like Shinmei said, kind of keep it short and sweet. And then again, always if you end up looking for a particular item, if you guys ever want to get a good basis of like a dollar amount, because a lot of people, once they win items here at UA, for whatever reason, maybe they already have a multitude of that item or they want to repurpose it, whatever it is, they always kind of look for what the dollar value is going to be. We already had somebody earlier in the show pop in and ask what
that Michael Irvin jersey.
Michael Irvin jersey was worth. So check out our online retail store. Our online retail store, believe it or not, guys, because we obviously promote the live break room because you can pay significantly less for getting items at retail value. If you want to get a good idea of what the retail value is going for a certain price, you can always look it up on the retail store as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to quickly highlight this Mother's Day Weekend Warrior again because we do have 6 to go in that double. We pulled that Rob Gronkowski earlier, but the Jamar Chase Speed Flex still available in this series. The James Cook Speed Flex still available, and the Joe Montana Speed Flex still available, along with Kurt Warner and Julio Jones on those Speed Flexes. Again, that Tom Brady custom Speed Flex, talked about it. Here's that Brady custom. That is the prize. So you cannot win that through the breaks. You're going to have to wait until the series closes out. And we already did see one Brady entry in that series, or in this series. We've seen one Brady entry. Will we see more by the end of the day? I'm sure we will. But will we see more by the end of this show? We are 6 to go in that double box. So again, a replica helmet will come with a Tom Brady entry, as well as a gift card to a random store. Doesn't have to be the UA store. The last gift card that we pulled was to Bonefish Grill, which is also applicable at several other restaurants, including Outback Steakhouse, which Rob talked about was the one that he wanted, because that Bloomin' Onion is calling his name, and it's calling everybody's name really on this show. Plenty of double up opportunities still, triple up opportunities still available in this Weekend Warrior. TJ Watt, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, all AFC North hits. I know the Gronk is gone, but Dan Marino, James Cook, and Travion Henderson all available as AFC East hits. NFC West well represented as well. Kurt Warner, Trey McBride, and Joe Montana.
Yeah.
The NFC North, there's a couple Packers. Jordan Love and my guy, Donald Driver. So a couple of options there if you're a Packers fan like me to jump in and hopefully get in that NFC North spot. But Weekend Warrior, 6 to go in this double box for the Weekend Warrior. And again, that Weekend Warrior chase, we will do that chase coming up here in a little bit if we do not get another break to close in that series. We're still 3 to go on the diamonds. Again, 3 to go on the diamonds. I'm closing that diamond wheel spin at 10:55, so just 3 minutes here. If we don't get any movement on that diamond series, I will close the diamond wheel spin at 10:55. Rob talked about the championships that were won 20 years ago in all the 4 professional sports, and I talked about obviously the FIFA World Cup that is coming up here. But the crazy thing to me when talking about these prices for the fan experience, like, it's more and more appealing to just watch the games at home.
Of course,
it's going to be on TV. You're sitting on your couch. You can get all the snacks you want. You get the best viewing angle pretty much for the game, and you don't have to worry about the hassle of traveling and paying a whole lot to go to the games, because I've been to MetLife Stadium for a different occasion. I went there for a Monday Night Football game between the Jets and the Browns. Again, and I know what the Browns had Baker Mayfield at that point, so Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb were there for Cleveland, so they had a good team. MetLife Stadium is not easy to get to, even if you take the train. It's not particularly convenient. That being said, if you wanted to drive to MetLife Stadium for the World Cup final, there is no parking that is actually at MetLife. Mm-hmm. The parking is like a half mile away from MetLife Stadium.
Jesus.
And those parking spots are going for like $200.
It's a long half-mile walk too.
I'm not paying $200 to walk half a mile.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. Well, it's just the convenience of living, right? Like, without getting into the everyday, inflation and everything that everybody else deals with.
Wrigley, always worth going, except Wrigley. Wrigley's fun to go to. I've been to Wrigley a few times. Yeah. I know Rob doesn't think Wrigley's fun.
No, not particularly.
The rate is also a great place to go. I'll give credit to both baseball teams in Chicago. The rate is also very fun to go to. Wrigley is also very fun to go to. I think it's worth going to sporting events, but there's a difference between again, and Fatal Top Chef, you mentioned kind of like college, like it's all about the money, right? There's a difference between paying a decent amount for a marquee event and it just being a pure money grab.
Yeah.
And FIFA is leaning more and more toward the money grab side of things with a lot of this other stuff.
I think they're just taking advantage of how rare of an occasion the World Cup is.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
More teams.
Yeah.
More countries.
And then on top of that too, kind of just going back on what you were saying about the viewing experience for people, the convenience of being able to watch things from your own home. It's just become easier and easier. I mean, even on the go, if you got other things to do as well. It's also very hard for people, especially in the current status of how the economy is viewed by, for again, just common people. It's just hard for somebody to kind of fathom, not just going by themselves, that's one thing, but if, again, you want to make it a family event.
Yeah, if you want to make it a group event.
Because obviously soccer, the most popular sport internationally, even domestically here in the United States, an unbelievable following.
I heard the excuse from the FIFA president. I heard about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good, but not surprising.
Yeah. So
not good, but not surprising. It's 10:56.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna close the diamond wheel spin here. So we will do the Weekend Warrior in a little bit. Weekend Warrior wheel spin we will do coming up. I will close the diamond though. So the diamond is still 3 to go. Could be the chase for the next show, but that wheel spin is closed for the diamonds. I see 5 to go in that Weekend Warrior double. So we'll give it a couple more minutes before we do that Weekend Warrior wheel spin. But Rob got 3 helmets out on the table, not counting the 2 prizes. So the Mahomes and the Brady are prizes, so we will not include them in any hits of the show. So rank it 3 to 1 on the hits of the show here. Warren Moon with the Hall of Fame inscription, George Pickens on the Cowboys Authentic, and then Rob Gronkowski on this 3-tone here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock George Pickens. Number 3. I'm gonna put at number 3.
Okay.
Love GP, but he's again just on a standard authentic. Still a good look. It's a classic Cowboys look. But I just love the more of the Carolina blue shade over here that we got for the Houston Oilers rep. So great Warren Moon lid here, even though it's on a replica, probably wouldn't be worth as much, but a great inscription for the Hall of Fame 2006. And then of course you gotta go with Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk is number 1. Warren Moon is number 2 and George Pickens is number 3. I agree with you. They're same order for me. That Warren Moon could have been very easily signed just outside these doors in the UA offices here. We can check on that cert and let you know where that was signed. So we're wrapping up this 9 a.m. show here. Very productive show. We got into that Weekend Warrior, got some lottery balls out there, gave away some Mahomes entries. Also pulled out that George Pickens authentic. Still plenty of great stuff in that Mother's Day series. We highlighted some of those double up and triple up opportunities in that Weekend Warrior. If you're looking for speed flexes, they're scattered across several series. There's an A.J. Brown speed flex in the practice squad. That practice squad, $56 a spot. I know we highlight, diamonds are the most worth it for their price point because its authentics are better in every box no matter what. But there's no break where you're getting a speed flex for $56 outside of the practice squad.
No chance.
That's the only place where you're getting that. So A.J. Brown on the speed flex available in the practice squad. In the lottery series, we still have Bijan Robinson and Lawrence Taylor on the speed flex. In the diamonds, Bo Nix, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Justin Jefferson on speed flexes. I believe all of those are custom speed flexes. James Cook, Dan Marino, and a Broncos triple signed lid on the speed flex. In the multisport, the James Cook and Dan Marino are custom lids. And then in that Weekend Warrior, of course, Kurt Warner, Joe Montana, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Julio Jones, still available on speed flexes. The Jamar Chase and James Cook and Joe Montana, all custom speed flexes. We're going to hop off here in a minute or so, but we will see you guys back here at noon. It'll be Rob and myself again in these chairs. We're hoping to give out, again, more gift cards to non-UA stuff. We gave out a gift card to Bonefish Grill / Outback Steakhouse / a few other places. I believe Carrabba's Grill and Fleming's Steakhouse were the other two that you can spend that $50 gift card at, as well as an entry to Tom Brady. We also gave out this Gronk custom speed flex. We gave out 4 Mahomes entries. 3 Mahomes entries. We're hoping to give out the final 4 Mahomes entries and possibly give away that Patrick Mahomes once the series closes out that lottery series. 6 headliners left in 10 boxes in that series. And, of course, that Weekend Warrior, which we will work on throughout the day as an early Mother's Day gift. Hopefully, we'll see if the Speed Fluxes are, or the helmets are an early Mother's Day gift. That gift card might not be coming to you just in time for Mother's Day, but you can play around with it a little bit. It can be a belated Mother's Day
Belated
gift.
Mother's Day gift. All counts just the same.
Rob, great job on the 1s and 2s as always. For Rob, this is Chinmay. We are signing off here. We will see you guys back here at
We got that Chase Wheelspin.
Oh, we did not get that Chase wheel spin. Great call, Rob. I'm not used to doing the wheel spin.
Under the buzzer.
So I'll do the wheel spin now.
Pump faked you guys.
Yeah, we will do that wheel spin. All the Weekend Warriors in that Weekend Warrior double, all the Weekend Warrior entries in that double. We'll do the top spot for this wheel spin. So let's see, 12 times around as per the dice roll. Top spot will have a 1 to 100 spin. It's gonna be Sean Alexi.
Yeah.
This is Sean's break.
It's been his show.
This is Sean's show. He got the Rob Gronkowski. He got the Warren Moon.
Yep.
He got the gift card with the Warren Moon,
Woo.
which also came with the Tom Brady entry. So, Sean, if you're still around, let me know what number to start on for your Chase wheel spin. Looks like the boys last night spun 77. I will start on 1 if I don't hear from you in the next 30 seconds or so. But Sean, if you're in this chat, it turns out that it was the 9 a.m. show on Saturday. It might be the Sean Alexi show on Saturday morning, depending on what this wheel... I mean, it already is, but it could really be the Sean show, depending on what this wheel spin ends up being. So, yeah. Sean, if you're in the chat, let me know a number to start on. Otherwise, I'll start on...
Hey, 22.
You saying 22?
Good old lucky number 22. Let's see what we got for you, Sean.
So Sean is up at 22.
77 will be a tough act to follow, but let's see.
22. Here we go. Sean, this is Chase wheel spin for the Weekend Warrior double. It's going to be a decent number. It's going to be exactly double of the number that he started on. 44. $44 in store credit.
There you go, Sean.
Headed your way, Sean, along with some awesome memorabilia from that Weekend Warrior series. So $44 headed Sean's way. We've pulled some great stuff here, but again, plenty of stuff still in that Weekend Warrior, that lottery, that multi-sport, and some nice hidden value hiding out in the diamonds and the practice squad. So plenty to attack on that break page. For Rob, this is Chinmay. Now we're signing off
for sure.
For 9 a.m. We will